If you're watching this video, you probably already know what this product is and you're looking for justification to spend $6,000 on a tripod. Well, I'm here to make that decision harder than it already is. To summarize my thoughts, unless you're currently charging your clients 5 digits per project, it is very hard to justify buying this tripod now. But would I still recommend it? The answer is yes, if you can afford it. This tripod is an investment and is going to be a once and done purchase. If you take care of it, it will probably stay in your kit for the next 10 years. I would highly recommend you to not go for the cheaper alternatives because trust me, I did and failed. I tried Manfrotto's version of the quick deploy tripod and boy were they a huge disappointment. Not only were they heavy and clunky, it was not even able to withstand the weight of my rigged out A7S III, which was probably only 5 kgs or less. The bowl kept sliding no matter how hard I tried to tighten it. And I'm not trying to throw shade at Manfrotto here because I'm a user of many of the other products and they usually are a great value for money except for this tripod. If you really need a cheaper alternative, the video tripod I would highly recommend is the iFootage TC6S paired with the Manfrotto 608 fluid head. Although it lacks the quick deploy feature of the Sachtler, it is still a killer combo with many other strengths. In fact, it makes a good second tripod when you get a Sachtler tripod down the road. I made a video about it and you can check it out here. If you still have your heart set on the Sachtler tripod, I will now get into the pros and cons of this system right after this intro. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Bernard and welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to share my long-term user experience of the Active 6 Flowtech system. First up, I would like to say that the quick deploy feature of the Flowtech 75 works well as advertised. I invested into this system for its efficiency and convenience on set, and I figured that the money I spent on this tripod, I will save on medical bills for my back in the future. Which I believe holds true after using it extensively for the past 6 months. I felt less back pains ever since not having to bend down as often to set up my tripod. The quick release mechanism is placed at an ergonomic location and it really makes it a pleasure to operate, unlike other brands which place it at the center of the tripod leg instead and you have to bend down more just to use it. Speaking of quick release, I am so glad that they decided to go with using the universal Manfrotto 501 video plate for their fluid heads and not something proprietary. That means that the base plate will be compatible across all my older Manfrotto fluid heads. Another noteworthy point is that the Active 6 fluid head uses a side load mechanism instead of a slide-in mechanism. This makes a huge difference when it comes to convenience and speed when attaching or removing your camera. While we are on the topic of fluid head, another revolutionary feature the Active series has is the speed level and speed swap technology. Basically, what this allows you to do is to level your fluid head or remove it in a matter of seconds. Because of where the locking mechanism is, which is on the fluid head itself, the whole operating process is much more streamlined as opposed to the conventional way of leveling your fluid head by reaching between the tripod legs and having to screw and unscrew it. Another game-changing feature on this fluid head is the innovative prism bubble level. Traditionally, it is one-dimensional and can only be viewed from one angle. That is the problem when your tripod is too tall and you can't view it from where you're standing. With the prism bubble, even when a tripod is towering above you, it is visible from all angles and that makes it really convenient. If you plan to use a slider with this tripod, I have good news and bad. The good news is that it works very well with one, but the bad news is that you have to get ridiculously priced accessories. The adapter active slider and adapter active head cost more than $1,000. I can understand the pricing of the tripod legs and fluid head, but the price of these adapters is just not justifiable. You can literally buy another tripod for that amount of money. Putting the price aside, I don't quite like how the adapters are designed. Using the adapter active slider is not very intuitive. If someone is assisting you on set for the very first time, it is very likely that a person would have difficulties using it. Furthermore, it requires quite a bit of grip strength to use. That said, once you get familiar with it, it is simple to operate and the workflow is pretty seamless. As for the adapter active head, when I first saw it, I thought I was able to put it on any tripod and I'll be able to use the active fluid head on it regularly. Turns out that you can put it on any tripod, but you will not be able to level it as you normally would. That is because the bit that moves and allows you to level the fluid head is actually on the Flowtech legs. This is not a big deal, but something you should know. Moving on to the Flowtech legs, they aren't as feature-packed as the head, but it does have its unique selling points too. When paired with the Active 6, because there isn't a traditional bow, you are now able to lower your tripod to pretty much ground level. However, do note that the carrying handle will get in the way, so you need the extra step of turning it away. A bit annoying in my opinion. Speaking of the handle, apart from the times it gets in the way of low-angled shot, I think that it is great to have one. It makes it so much easier to transport around, and I grab onto it a lot when adjusting the height of the tripod. Another thing that I like about the Flowtech legs is that it is a single solid piece instead of a traditional video tripod where it has many spaces in between. That always increases the chances of your body parts being caught in it. Now that I've shared everything I like about this tripod, let me share with you the things that I dislike. Number 1. Because almost everything used is proprietary, it is no longer universal. In the past, I used very affordable quick-release plates, so I was able to make my gear cross-compatible. But now, I am unable to use them interchangeably. Next up, I think that the Active 6 fluid head should be better for its price of $3,000. It has a decent finger steps counterbalance, but it only has 3 stages for drag settings. At this price point, I think it deserves at least 6 stages. That said, the fluid head feels very good when panning and the shots are very smooth. Lastly, I find that the tripod is too heavy and clunky at times. Don't get me wrong, it is very light for a video tripod in its class. And when I'm on set adjusting the height and moving it around, I don't find it to be an issue. I only find it to be a problem when I'm transporting it from location to location. If you're holding it in your hands for an extended period of time and walking about, the weight will get to you quickly. The legs are also too thick to attach to any bag easily, so that is not really an option. Therefore, whenever I travel for shoots, I tend to not bring it along, and it sucks knowing that you have a $6,000 tripod but you're not using it. I only wish they had a travel version where it offers the same features but is much more compact and lightweight. In conclusion, I don't regret buying the tripod as it served me well on set, and it motivated me to change my angles more frequently because adjusting is just so convenient with this system. It's definitely a premium product and deserves to be priced above its competitors, but I don't think it's worth $6,000. I think $3,000 to $4,000 is more of a fair price, but unfortunately, no other products come close to the innovation of this system, so you kind of have to fork out the money to enjoy the benefits. I hope this video helped you make a better decision on whether this tripod is for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if it did. That's pretty much it for this video. It's a wrap!